Hi guys, this is Yana and Czech with Yana. We are talking about Czech culture, Czech customs, and Czech habits. Let's dive into it. So today, I want to tell you a little bit more about Czech morning routine. So, as you can imagine, the morning routine could vary quite a lot according to a person, maybe their job, their lifestyle, just what works for them, right? So it is really difficult to explain exactly or put people in one bag. It is just not how it works. But in general, Czech people get up very early because the job or the work usually starts at 8 a.m. So you need to count with the time that you need to get ready in the morning and then time to get to your job. It could be also different. It could be 10 minutes, maybe 2 hours, we don't know. So that fact tells us that many Czech people, they get up pretty early, let's say like 6 a.m. Some they get up at 7 a.m. But personally, I don't know many people who get up after 7 a.m. So the traffic jam gets crazy around 7ish. That's the time when people throw to work. Because if you're luckier, your job starts at 9, but never later. So to be at work at 8, you need to travel like around 7ish or so, which is kind of crazy. Also, if you are a worker and maybe you dig the holes or you just work early, you or do some kind of like project or heavy work, your job probably starts at 6 a.m. So that means you have to get up really, really early, basically in the middle of the night. It is not common in the Czech Republic to have breakfast outside of your house. Typically, people have breakfast at home. Of course, some people, they don't eat in the morning. They don't want to, or they don't have the mood. Maybe they don't have time and they prefer just to sleep a little bit longer. But it is very common to have a cup of tea or coffee at home, not at Starbucks or anywhere like that. Not to drink your coffee on way in a paper cup. No, we would prepare a hot beverage at home and drink it at home quietly from a nice porcelain, not just from some rubbish outside while you're busy and you cannot even enjoy your drink. And maybe if you're a smoker, you have a cigarette with that, or you will just have some breakfast. Some people would have like some cereal or porridge hot, but the most common is maybe some piece of bread with butter and jam, or some Nutella. Some people would have fruits, or some eggs are very common. like whichever type of eggs you prefer, maybe some omelette or some salami, cheese, and butter with bread. But those things are probably the most common ones. Some people would have some kind of sausage, maybe. And once you finish your breakfast, people will get ready, like dress up. So many people, they would have their breakfast wearing their pajamas. It is because when stuff gets messier, you don't have to change again when you have dirty marks on your shirt or stuff like that. Some people have shower in the morning, the others maybe in the evening. It is very personal. And then you get to work. Also, many people in the morning, they're like kind of like rushing. Maybe they need to take their children to school or kindergarten, stuff like that. Some people, if they have more time, or they are early birds, they go to the bakery to get like fresh bread or rohlik or hoska. And do you have like just fresh bread for breakfast? That is also very common. And then some people, they actually exercise or they go for a run, but there are not many people like that jogging. They get to work and they stay at work till 5-6 o'clock p.m. and then they travel back home, kind of tired. They will have their meal at home and sit in front of the telly watching the news and complain about their bad day. This is like very typical, and I would say 90% of people in the Czech Republic do that this way, maybe even more. So people in general, they hate their job, they hate getting up early, they hate the stuff that they do, they hate what their boss wants them to do, they hate their colleagues, and they are really not happy at all. So you will see grumpy faces on the way to work and then back. People usually travel by public transportation. Not many people travel by car, because if it is difficult to park, especially in the city center, there are no zones and you're not allowed to park there unless you live there. So it is very common that your job is not at the same location where you live. So you're basically not allowed to park and there are no parking spots for you. So that's why so many people travel by public transportation and not using their cars. Unless you work somewhere where the company has a parking area connected to that building. Otherwise, it is difficult to find a spot. Yeah, so people on that public transportation, like tram, bus, underground, they are very unhappy, they look very rude, disappointed, mad, and so on. So be prepared for this. This is like very common, and just accept that we are how we are. Have a great day.